All right, Modified family, we're back at work. The short shifter install went great. It went very smooth. And I'm somewhat waiting to put it completely back together, my center console, because I got a new shift boot, which I think I want to install to replace the rubber one with 09 to 13 shift boot, which I'm still waiting for in the mail. I did get some really cool stuff though. I got like a spoon, little reservoir sock for the Fit, and I got a little Mugen hoodie for my shift knob, because when I switched from my friend's carbon fiber shift knob into the AliExpress metal one, when you grab that thing, it's like grabbing a hot poker out of a fire. It is killer. So now that it has a little, hoodie, which I'll show you in a little bit, it stays cool because it stays covered and it's not in the sun. What else did I get? I got these little charms to hang from my window. Just look super cool and Asian, so I'm gonna put them up just to add to the aesthetic value of the car. Was there something else in there? There was the sock. Okay, yeah, those are the three things that come. I do these little like shopping sprees where if you spend $10, you get free shipping. So I do that. So in the meantime, this video is going to be about taking the plasti-dip off my rims. These are the actual rims for this car. I traded my friend to get these wheels because I wanted them. I just thought they looked cool. And I was going to run them on one of my other Civics, which have all been sold, but I kept the wheels. And then when I got this car, I put the stock wheels back on there. The owner before my friend plasti-dipped them black. And that had been on for, it had to be years, because it's not meant to last that long. So it's flaking off. It looked like crap. So everyone's like, you should get rid of this. I'm like, yeah, I should. And so the other day I sprayed some PB Blaster on there, but it was the one with lithium. So it was pretty much like spraying Vaseline all over the wheel. And then I hit with the pressure washer at my work, and it did make a difference. We will definitely start with that wheel, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. And then I sprayed some of the other wheels, and some of it did come off. So it's not conclusive whether the PB Blaster actually helped. So at my house, I had Goo Off, PB Blaster, and Gd3 like in a turbo can with this like trumpet blaster tip on it. Not that one with a little straw. That's all precise. Now this one's just for spraying stuff with Gd3. So I have these three things, and the wheel I did with the PB Blaster, I did again with the PB Blaster I had that didn't have lithium in it. And then I did one wheel with the Gd3, and then on the driver's side I did both wheels with Goo Off. And the surface is not smooth, like the plasti-dip is crackling and like coming off. And so I'm hoping that this will get under it. My friend said, hey, let it sit on there for 30 minutes. So I sprayed it when I got to work, and I've been doing other stuff. And so now we're gonna go take a look. And I also have my gloves, and I have a red Scotch-Brite pad, because I don't want to scrub these things, but I brought the Scotch-Brite pad just in case. But to get started, you gotta give me 5 on my black hand side, and let's go. So this is the only wheel I really did anything with, is this one right here. And it was coming pretty clean. So I gave it a good shot with some more PB Blaster. I have them all sitting on their respective one. This is the one I have at this big industrial can. And so it worked really good. So I just gave it a liberal coating. I'm probably gonna hit it again. As it sits, probably got another like 10 or 15 minutes of soak-in time. People also said gasoline works really well, but because the tires are on here, I do not want to mess up my tires. I don't really want to wipe off my tire stencils. I'm not sure if any of this stuff will really have that effect, because the spray paint soaks into the rubber pretty good. This one is WD-40. And it looks like it's kind of starting to wrinkle up a little bit, so I'll give this another coating as I wait. But like, all the edges are pretty rough and scuffed off, so if the oil from these sprays is getting under there, I think it'll start taking it off. And this one, no change on this one. This one was Goo Off. But yeah, it'd be nice if there wasn't any residue left after we were done. Well, this one's looking pretty good. This one's probably looking the best. I sprayed the back one with the PB Blaster and then sprayed it off. This one I just did with only water, because I wasn't sure if it was just the power of the pressure washer that was pushing it off. So let's come back after we spray these. I'm gonna give them another coat with the different solvents I have on both sides, and I'll kind of see which one works the best, and then I'll finish them off with the best one before I have to go to work today. Okay, this one is the PB Blaster one, and I already started this like a day or so ago, like 2 days ago, yeah. But yeah, it was working really good, and my friend's like, yeah, get that red Scotch-Brite. out and start working it, and you could see that like a lot of it's just been like wiping off. And so after I did that, I gave her another spritz, and it's been soaking. I'm gonna take the pressure washer to this wheel because it looks like it's ready to be finished up. So that was very low effort. PB Blaster is a strong front runner. This one is the WD-40 one. The WD-40 kind of just dries, and this is not even like facing the sun. And I hit it with a Scotch-Brite, and it definitely made some silver pieces pull through. But mostly my Scotch-Brite was just getting gunked up, and it wasn't making much of a difference. So that was kind of a bust. So I did give it a good spray with PB Blaster because I think it's going to be better than the WD-40. All right, we got here. This is the Go-Off one. Yeah, it seemed like it was just liquefying the plastics. It wasn't coming off in big sheets, but it was definitely loosening up. So I think when I spray this, I should get good results. This one, same thing on the back. This back one happens to, I sprayed a lot of it off with water before, but this is definitely having an effect. So both Go-Off and PB Blaster are my favorites. I'm thinking PB Blaster is a little bit better, but when we hose this off, we will definitely see. As I promised, there's my little Honda hoodie. It says Mugen on the pocket of the hoodie. That's pretty rad. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So let me spray these off and give you guys a much better idea of how this works. All right, that's wheel one. That's pretty darn good for a PB Blaster. A little bit of agitation with the red cloth. I might have to go back later when it dries, because I feel like it'd be like mixing oil and water, which I've been doing, and going with the toothbrush to make it a little bit more detail oriented. There are some scuffs in this wheel, not from me. I try to be careful about not curbing my own wheels, but whoever had it before, plasti-dip does cover over a multitude of sins, so I was kind of worried about what was under here, but this one looks pretty good. We'll have to see about the rest. Okay, this is wheel number two. This is the front driver wheel. We started it with WD-40. Didn't seem to have too much of an effect, so I scrubbed it and then put a coat of PB Blaster on there because I feel like that is pretty effective. But probably one of the most effective things is just this ridiculously high-powered pressure washer, because that's really what's blowing through there. So I think if you're gonna do a job like this, one, never use plasti-dip. No shade on the company. I just don't know the proper application for these things. I think it's supposed to be taken off after a certain amount of time, so it all comes off a little bit more together and cohesively, but people don't do that. They put it on like paint and leave it, and then it just becomes really raggedy looking. But already the side of the car is looking good. It doesn't stand out as much without the black wheels, because I mean, fits are somewhat common. And I think about painting them. I really don't want them. I just want them to be kind of shiny. And then the same thing with powder coating. If I was gonna get them powder coated, I would have just let them dip them in whatever solution or acid they have that burns it off. But hey, it's coming along. Okay, so of the three products, PB Blaster works best. I think one of the best things is a high-powered pressure washer. That water really gets under there. I feel like the Go-Off just turns this into like a liquid, which is not very ideal. And the pressure washer comes and cleans it up. This is the roughest looking wheel. I think the clear coat was starting to get messed up. Maybe this is why they painted all of them. I still have that front wheel to do, and I am very wet. And that's one fun fact about me. I do not like to be physically wet. It is something that really bugs me. Luckily, it's very hot out here today, so I'm dealing with it. And I would like my wheels to look less like booty cheeks, so we're getting this done. All right, Modified family, what did we learn? One, break up the surface beforehand. It penetrates a lot better. Even with Go-Off on both the front and the back wheels, the covering on the back was more broken up just with the water pressure washer the other day when I did it, just to test it out. So I think it came a lot more clean. I also rolled my car back a little bit to get to some of those angles I couldn't get to before. The best wheel is this one, and that's the one that had all PB Blaster. So I think that I will get a toothbrush from the dollar store, maybe like a 3-pack, and some PB Blaster, and sit here and rub it in, and then it should rinse off pretty easy. The WD-40 and both the Go-Off like liquefy the plasti-dip back to its almost original state. So that's not helpful because I want it to flake off in huge chunks. So PB Blaster got under there. It seemed to get all the sticky solvent off there and made for a much better finish in the end. All right, Modified family, until I see you again, peace.